in the studios of Kessben 92.9 FM, Kessben Accra. You was circle. Ye ne telecell headquarters no and the hwe ni mu enunti no ohwehwe ye paade aha na wonsa ebeka ye ejubeko no was circle Aseda Twin Towers building ni mu ankasa yellow and blue honom na Kessben 92.9 FM Accra ye wo saso na wo hwe me ye Kessben TV and afi so DSTV channel 364 and then on Go TV channel 121 saso na betima hwe me and obetime kan wo online www.kessbenonline.com kessbenonline.com uko honoma na wa click 92.9 FM Kessben Accra onsa ebeka me ewo honom and then on Facebook mamo Facebook no so no Kessben TV and I say Kessben 92.9 onsa ebeka me ewo honom o text messages na Facebook your WhatsApp message na patofane nyina bra make kan ni nyina eso amount na fe bibia etumi akwa animo. At 7:49, where Kessben Maakye. So, meeting at the Mansanson for Kojo Preko Dankwah from now to 9:45. We know never be the stage we do enough for Yashe de call any day by or my moon seminar. You will be doing and come. My main call now me from a health segment, you know, and bro, quick now for yen twice. So, my health segment is brought to you by C4C Liver Specialist Center. Omo any no maybe di and come on Dr. Esiama Yankasa ye doctor. What I say? Our humano so yen no ending come on fe no yen share the ewo my ene ano pay dog me ma wache ma wakwaba eba ye Kessben TV so na face Kessben 92.9 mi jiri ese bibia bokọ de
ye ni asinia oba de ada ma bibia bokọ me dafe
ye de radiase yeso ye hu ye pa bibia ye kama enra no quick one na enra ye Tuesday right na me hu ne ntem message ne ba exactly 7:59 na a text message na one funny dia nka ho de but not osi me mbisa quick one before you shut down na osi please ask doctor, can one take C4C even when you don't have any liver issue, and can it be taken while taking other medications? So I'm not sure, but man ko honte minti me hu and I'm saying no pay them me share one sir one my tet better no what am
yes me that's if I show with me afa Liverton offer a draw bia say a pressure draw diabetes a draw kidney condition yare bia draw offer bia no with me afa Liverton emo so say condition dia a fabrable no being it hepatitis A B C D E fibrosis liver condition bia with me afa so we liver condition bia so with me afa the entire no crown ya bohu de rotitru ni say it is what we want. Your person will be our only liver condition ponutafa no more. It's say we want to prevent conditions of liver, and one of the major way you should mama you say component na our liver to no e Kenya liver no until liver cells no omo ejuma ya 500 omo ya no ankasa liver no yare a eboa ne sa no ho yare no e Kenya no e maniti ne ya ne sa so one way or the other you are indirectly fighting condition dia nka ebeba liver ni muntu o ma liver na hoden e ma ntimi aye na ejuma so you can take it and even kwa no for pressure draw ya ka esian kra hu say liver no eboa metabolize endro maye nti pressure draw na ofa no kidney draw bia ofa bia no liver no Kenya no a ebetimi aboa ma draw no so ahoden no the efficacy of a draw no akosoro man no so aye ejuma nti pacho obia betimi afa from 12 years and above.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's it. Na we so ketwe bi na abrante so dufie na ose ono de ompeso be didi enti no okopa brodo na ode honey egumu na okekawe no bonsu ogu so we se me ndidi anwubere ne sa na enti no when peso be di bibia heavy but na ofo se nanum me no medi enti okopa brodo 2 slice na ohwie honey gumu na okekawe ye ose me mbisa se so you okay enye problem sa
say a idea ota any problem
okay
it's as bread nankasa ye glucose
okay
say you're full of starch being it wheat bread or all types of bread in no the fact of me say glucose starch and I was not any account and the time now or the so on person better naturally sound of person can person better because glucose no be ma active, sugar no be ma active. Nti onda kura no betimi ada kakra is because what brain here, but onda no enye enough, and it can also cause fat problem amount because of digestion very slow at that time, and you can start having problems with uyefun betimi ayekese, especially baselines no in no betimi start ayekese bubuato so obetimi start gaining weight kakra without knowing. Nti at that time no the 10 11 you don't need that kind of food. The betimi abo and say oh bibi fiber to say oats for instance is okay to take around that time because it digests it and some natural fruits be a wow say good to say be a apple be at that time just half or slice of it is good. Only be a bit in actually my way dinner around that time and coffee or half for and some brown.
Okay. Dog order say make a share no pa. And I pay there na mama ye na fi yemfa and twaso e wo no ma.
Yo, senior no pay me that by popular request no, I see ending common emfa the is effect of ischemia or cerebral ischemia. The effect of ischemia no course through these days be brave and to be beside na ischemia and poor then. Ischemia. Ischemia is a medical term when part of the body lack a supply of blood, they are not getting oxygen enough in the nerves, in the tissues, they are not getting enough oxygen. It's almost in a state of hypoxia, lack of oxygen, and the only cells we need the oxygen so that a bit more energy for us to also burn and get all the things we need from to get the energy that we need. And it's a more giant to me and tissues maybe and I say you deprive or mediani or mobedi now almost so energy or mobenya basa or who then form and they start to die. And when that happens, it affects your tissues, your organs like a CN will be when you pay the animal. The patcho tissues come together to form organ. Into fire bread one, for instance, is an organ, but tissues be a womb. Into our tissues, cells, and a cassette. And you can say a commodium. So commodium no many organ and non cassa, a bread one, on to me, into the foundation. I say we see that the foundation and what ni more the akenya no sabio bibia to me see into tissues no e wo so modidi and ombedidi dia na median no wo moja no nti I was seeing good blood circulation na moja no to me carry ediane na hoade no common tissues no timpen mebre no obi owo high blood cholesterol no e ya no nya challenges kakra because blood vessels no muta to me be blocked with plaques into circulation no be a problem into ama moja ntimi nko and pembe no adwene mu ye adwene so your part there is the command center of the body or lack blood supply within the space of 1 to 5 minutes, then the neurons in kwambuano starts to die. When that happens, signals and also information that has or send it a comma in a delay into ultimate hypersensitization or peripheral sensitization into bones and anxiety to the brain. When someone show the brain, when I want to show the brain, when I want to see it to the brain, I have to say when you paresthesia or tingling sensation in panier be or we be to show and so almost a DVR or don't suffer while shame. If I chow when your muzzle cramps and a muzzle pull a lot, you be a crap and when you pull our tie, our calf. Our cheek, impocrebit me, I want the muscles, no bicep, no triceps, no science lecture, so a circulatory problem. Will be quite to me constipation. Constipation, I am Tim. If you know why not a free poor blood circulation, Kai say a digestive system, the intestines, more and large, can hold. Digestive system no so hia moja o di be break it down eduane ni ye ama bibia ye coordinated ye nti so no so nya ni ye ability of breaking down eduane no for us to get the absorption nutrient part of it and ye nya e basa digestion very slow constipation to me build up kai this constipation ba it mean our body no go through in an inflammatory state Emma Efiat now only pay the animal, it make of a house, paye the breed, it make of a year a comayarian put back, it make of a prostate condition, crass also 8 million back, it make of a CCIA bebre, ediba, it make of infections bebre, ediba, it make of a Crohn diseases bebre, ediba, because we have good blood circulation. The pacho, Obi one when you stroke because adrenaline lack of blood supply and the hemispheres now would Broca's area and a problem, cerebral and problem, cerebral and problem, it in a balance issue, a man in 9 and signing Jojo, Emma a refia babadano, so I'm a cassa your day. Broca's area and issue a speech by a problem, a patch of when you know ever quack said, we have good circulation there, Mesro. For more than 2 and a month, I'm not visit to see for liver specialist.
Okay, and since I'm a visitor party, I for them, I remember what crowd I'm going.
Pachowa Crabra Denta SDA Junction, and yeah, you're quite cry, or a year Central Regional Cape Coast Green Hill opposite Addison Square Garden, Aguna or Benso Branch, Kasiaba, or Kumasi, so you were just so Kwamujati Junction, Mississippi Bumua Crabra, Adenta SDA Junction, number name school or screen or so, or for now for 24/7, that you also the Pacho Liverton, so a draw and was so a diabajaswa, and command a demon command, yes, circulatory issues, no Liverton, Ebwama or blood vessels near patent enough for circulation to be improved, Mamuja to make a baby, say your cholesterol, do any pedianum bebre, a yen, Sahu, and Kekawa, a ye fear, microbes, a young more for any what nani pedianuma cha, and Mamojani take a problem with circulation, badia, Ukenya or Brabon, a baby when you from to Sakali Botona, a Bekenya or Brabon, Amanaya Sama, Fanambe in a fret, baby I will be within a car, a very free delivery at the amount. Now, obviously, your branches also 050 0040 331. Pacho, missing number Nisibium 0500040 and answer 0500040 328. 0500040 C for C Liver Specialist Hospital. So Brabo Aya won quantica national so Nakai said your GM don't need your treatment plans ready. Tina Brivia Casa one treated forever. Treated senior anope medasi bebre
beso medasi bebre Dr. Siama and then in the din come on a health segment brought to you by C4C Liver Specialist Hospital and then no more AD and come on. It's exactly 8 o'clock and we'll air the studios of Kessben 92.9 FM Accra and I'm so here Kessben TV so Kessben match soon now you better say na for your din come on ahead here call any day but I just want to wish a year no more tro a year was across the country, joining their own West African countries, to also write the West African Senior School Certificate Examination, and then a oral English, so and then pay. And then we are told to say students in candidates in mapping up to almost about 509,862 candidates. And we expect to say more ebetro as wasino and anope starting from today. Now we checking member mu 225,274 member and emano 284,588 females. And now omotro and ne anope started wasino. We wish a year yankase unianom ketwane na well in the right up and way. And yes, say yempese yebete and ne maybe enko enshada nko ye efa aye malpractices ho no yebehwe na yetumi avoid the sin be ya ebema ye nyina no yebetumi atro ne ye wosua de eno ntuni ehwe na bibia entumi enko ye. Talking about more practices, we are told again say a BC course a lot of viable practices course ye pa and indeed omo boama a course mekan vigilators ama enema bibire na ba. So you're asking yourself say esi den ana eba ne sen na otiche ni ana se vigilator we afa say kohwe eye bia kwada ne so na ontumi ntro na mema no enkope mema ne nya more practices bia no wumom na watu asim na wo ye. Now, BC, my understanding is that 44 teachers, invigilators, and supervisors, and I actually over BC misconduct, Mako 44. and na akoso sisia. Now it's interesting when you hit a Trifo Praso, 4 teachers convicted and fined 3,000 Ghana cedis each for BECE malpractices. And court if they fail to pay the fine, they will spend 1 year a jail. We a Trifo Praso court. And this case with the amode and who ensusanso aba. So I na maybe some who say a teacher for na mo beboa anka mommoa e classrooms nim na mmom no you could do final one na mo koye de ense ne de mfata say ya na sabi student no te ho no na pupil no te ho na or exams no ono so nka onye den eno ntini ye besre because na district no BEC you know omo amwa ye pa. I think vigilators, you know, are not in a year. 44 teachers busted on this. Trifo Praso is also talking about extra 4 teachers. Ye jelly omo and I say fine omo 3,000 each for BECE malpractices. But I want to ask GES. Say a ban say bibi say ekoswa. Say yesi teacher ni ya cheno malpractices ya kukuma ya investigation amana betoja say malpractices are. Does it end there? Say Sebi yama ayo teacher ni no akokot na ya geno 3,000 Ghana cedis na wotua na wasamba bechira ade ana oba na obechira ade so a ne license no moya ne dien. These are some of the questions we need to ask because what is happening to yen kwada no failure no edoso yen fan your politics. And I hate it when you dis suku exams no politics say MPP abreso ye buy na kwada no omuko manim and na this abreso ye buy nkwala no ko anim sin MPP for and na no bi ono omuwo MPP abemu no na kwada lina faili and all that. These principles needs to be checked. And your politics it is a wu otichani no wo yes ade we ya na se akwada no se akwala na ye na ye chi na yema no entro paper ni biom yo jai paper ni tro. That is what it is. Na me bisa GES empanyfo say teacher ni ya che no say 4 teachers ya che omu sisi ya sabio ya convict omu na fine omu 3,000 Ghana cedis. Say your friend is saying over 44 teachers ya che omu so say omu ye malpractices e wo ye in social course wono sa a teacher for no ye be ye omu dien. We don't want to do name and shame alone because omo chren kwala de na se kwala na omo choma de no say number ye de. What it means to us is that a test case na say kwala na omo choma de omo kope omo choma de omo engine omo na so enye de say so omo ye esan say omo nim so omo bebo omo tumi ade apo e de akwa komo omo enu nti no sa a teacher for no e dem pa and GES for mo betumi aye afa ho. Are you withdrawing their license through NTC4? And now so say punishment will go beyond what the court has already done. And now so say pa and mobile yo mo fisuku ho and almost control exams for no mo sambra disciplinary action bang and if GES for. But we want to know it's not just the court finding them alone and when you here yes pa because your mofrano their beginning is very dangerous. Their beginning is very serious for all of us. Sakwadano and Shasie ye na ujeja na sana se ekoye de wo hono na se one mano anya the proper foundation na ye benya problem e was through. And that's the more reason why me yemu sheme when NTC beka kire say over 30,000 teachers wo ye second primary no omo nyina no sabi omo nye professionals no e ha dwene ye pa. And I think that we need to be looking at some of these matters. We will touch on the MP Meka Honorable Meka Ohine Kwame Frimpong the issue na SC Netherlands no the Hague no ebede hu enkomo ye pa. We're getting too many your friend is saying reasons and I say enyema bebre, but we will get you the right things that is happening to Yenkasa ye MP Sebi FBI for Yesoma Sonimu ewo Holland Meka Asante Achim North MP. So any call Asante Achim North na fi constituency for also Edin Komo, and indeed the correspondent that to come na ebe call na fi Edin Komo. But o me kwa humane so na mindi san komo we na fi memra back. So This year, May, the month of May, and a MPP for a day, almost 30 new committees, if I'm right. 30 constituted 30 new committees, including 7 standing and 23 sector specific committees are almost yet to strengthen the party's organization, policy development, and then resource mobilization ahead of the 2028 elections. No, and home come on, and I'm a bit this year, and as a medicine come on a pandia, me doctor, me papa, and I'm in the baby come on, Dr. Akwesi Amachi Boateng, and I'm in the baby D and come on CCA, okay, university political lecturer, and then in come on and found on Zoom, now for member back the embetwa a year in the money. So, Dr. me come on watching more Kwaba, ebe ye Kessben TV, so now face Kessben 92.9 FM Accra, I baby D come on. So, the MPP then gives us 30 new committees, including 23 sector-specific committees to strengthen parties' organization, policy development, they say, and affairs to resource mobilization ahead of the 2028 elections. Obibebisa, Mebisa, say, are they on the right path? Is it a good start for the 2028 elections when it comes to the MPP?
Okay. Thank you very much for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to participate in your program and to engage your listeners, actually. Is it a good start? I say yes.
A good start to Palmomo.
Yeah. Is it a good start? I would say yes. It is. Generally, political parties, when you lose elections, you want to do a review of yourself, the structure that was in place before you went into the elections, how the party has been organized, and then you sort of affect your structure. You go through reforms. So what is happening in the MPP generally is that the party is going through reforms. The party is restructuring. It is doing that in terms of institutions, is doing that in terms of personnel. The very first thing we saw was personnel, the election of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to lead the party. And then there are other aspects of the structure of the party that will come up in terms of personnel. They are going to elect various officers to fill the positions in the party's structure. You'll be doing that. Before they get there, they are putting the party in a way as to address one other issue. I call it party building. Consciously engaging the membership in the party in a way as to let them all come to terms with the fact that they are all going to be responsible for the party's functioning successfully with the hope of winning the next elections. A political party has one sole objective, is to be in government. To be in government, you want to win the next elections. And so the MPP is preparing itself for the next elections with the hope of winning it. And so, yes, in doing that, the current agreement that has brought about this conversation, in doing that, they are saying that they need to create committees. They need to create committees, place people on the committees, and simply generate an action-oriented party. They are in opposition, but with the advent of these committees, you realize that the party is going to be up and doing, very busy, as if they were in government. And so they have addressed several issues in society, put together committees to address them. Some standing committees, others policy related, and so on and so forth. Yes, the party is in the right direction.
Okay. Doc, my Mr. Same way biom say omo right part and so there na it means that Obibeka they are in serious business now as we speak, and as I say in idea ni share na committees na yatete no bebre na no na omo feel say na nkese fata se set edini bi anase nipakuo bi na nkese se yedi omo efrafra se ne be ya eno so kra no wo set up committee no na wo fa ho de aye reconciliation eso aka ho eno nti no na nke bi mu feel se edini bi wo ho no mu na nke fifi ada candidate no e campaign nkese yedi omo ekeka ho na bebre na se ebinum ye missing in action bebe na bo eye owura kwesi kwatin din a ofi meka ohene Kennedy Japan camp ebi so aka se ye ante eye obuso bempa ede ewom eno so no enkofa asemo ma ase de ya to ebi mu atwene na yakofa ebi mu so mo beye committee no se bibi say epie mu ewo party mu a ehun susuaso no etesen bear in mind say o persistel la no reconciliation no ebemu.
One fact is that the restructuring itself has got in mind this issue of reconciliation. That is what I meant by party building. Arranging the party, assigning positions to individuals in such a way as to let them feel belonging. The issue of participation. That they feel that yes, I'm also part of the party. We went into our elections. The elections are over. Let me quickly say this about elections and then political parties function and party development. When you take a look at traditional political systems, they also were contested positions, and the positions were hotly contested so many years ago, and even now. But then there's one thing with our traditional political system. Generally, in most cases, you will get cases about 8 or 9 out of 10, where after the election, say, now, among someone, comes to an end.
Okay.
It comes to an end. And in fear, in penny it be support to nipas mercy, be support to nipas mercy, be support to nipas mercy. In your hini, everything comes to an end. To be hard na kunya edasusi and fear. On hino about transform. In your minina na chai na chi. But you hini, the issues come to an end. The interesting thing is that in a so-called modern democratic practice and democratic governance, we are messing up. We are messing up. One more some of these issues they do MPP. For now, I'm not able to join them because I want to do a detailed analysis, find out the individuals involved, the spread of this particular issue. Can we say that for all the contestants of the presidential race? Is it a case that the followers of all of them have been sidelined? Is it a case that a particular contestant has been isolated? You mentioned Honorable Kennedy or Ohene Japan.
Yeah.
Why just him? Why just him? What about Dr. Duque? Also, na chidi phone na anya bibi ikrimwana. What about Inya Kwame Japan? Also, na chidi phone bi ye almost in China. Nti mijiri se omo a edisa nkume no omo tumluka omo nyabotre. Because the MPP is consciously trying to avoid this particular issue.
Okay.
I'm privy, in fact, not just privy. Yesterday, I was listening to Nana Kumia on Kukuku. Okay, Dr. Baumia, Boyjuma. Nipa Bebrea, the party's immediate past historical challenges are a cool party. Nipa Bebrea now Omo is affected. Omo in one way or the other. But about me, I shall say, I for in a dinko. Or call Monasi, no more Ekudinko. And I remember he mentioned Dr. Rekumbobe, and then he mentioned other people. I say anything, a party building, consciously engaging Ubia or Mujidise, Nahoki can echo from for whatever reasons. And this is also normal. Adebakwa a normal in human life, human engagement, especially in an organization, a conflict. Tim Wansi. It may be any pamino, a beshassia, a sign. Adebakwa a big pimu, 10 so. A say, Yagri and Kessben Krum, a will be bihu. Openi is here, a normal. Bibi Basabasa BNC, Bibi BNC. Podcast scientists, as my can say, the Sassam this year, a quan best so, and I manage sa misunderstanding or sa conflicting. A honor now, you could see that in the maybe an ancient brain, the MPP, they mess up a lot. But you could see that MPP under President Kufuor did not see that. And so personally, in my political analysis, I accused Nana Dankwa Kufuor of those bad politics. And I called it Sadino, a big party. And Mijidi said, but that is what Dr. Bawumia is seriously working on. And I think also a G2 that he's working to address these challenges and that he's doing the right thing by trying to rebuild the party. The issue of inclusiveness. And anything in Emiratia, Senipa Mienu and be free will become Canada Japan camp, now Dr. Duchum camp, Ura Japan camp, and the others are. Minjidi sensasi to make a cancer a more discrimination, entry of what's near what you are doing. Near more the benefit of the doubt.
Okay. Now, talking about reconciliation, no, my job is CBB. So, in as much as Ora Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia any painful be as said they were aggrieved, and Komo, I'm sure maybe Obeko Professor Kwabena from Ponhone or Mama Kenya to see to where say you be to me a mama party and all that. No, Omo grassroots, you know, where we even have the issue of the base. Coming in. I mean, these are clear people. Sebi Omakuma any the course one nanubino enje crown Omakoti the base aboka at the base Omusho enimu say one particular candidate eswa sebio on also eka one sama neman shedan kuyama no omo ede omwendi ehwe no. As political lecturer, political analysts and all that, how do you see them merge the base factors into it, especially when a biati omo akachero say ye de fi party ni more ye ko ayakokote for the base ye be omodeng
and the say amane somo edadi ansana MPP the call about to nominate presidential and parliamentary elections about to na ma wo mu bibiri ani etie bibiri ani fra ebi ano no didi dodo ti yemubi ye ka kire wo mo se party no mpanimfo no anamontu wo mo hihye the party no in podcast and they can say the politics of those people you can pin so wo dey say party wo mo ntie in fact yesterday Unakunya explained something about sir and Shishaya Omudi Kandikuyi flag bearers.
Kessben 92.9.
No matter the justification, that Anamono too was not good. It will hurt them. And that we will see Pratt Eka Assembly fee newspaper bill. Party be a faction soon. But senior leader or a sharper. And Dr. Bawumia is proving to be that type of leader. He's proving. So we are still watching. For now, I think what he's doing is good. I've got to say. You tried Banama Ubia. No, so who said you give the power back to the people who voted for you. The core issue here, inclusiveness. Because I'm sorry. Omu blomi ya ni kuman Obia will be bison kumbis in a niso. Nina bibia ope. Nina bibia ope. Juma Koba Bia Dibiano amounts to expending resources, either time, money, or both. And say I'm kind of sorry, into Bibi Omo Edigu Economy Bian, Yano Omo Bibi back. Dear Trawberry, na company be winning, Omo winner take all. Now Omofa Kwambiso, cra 8 midima obi to say Alancha Martin Free Party no more. We had a case of bad leadership, simple and straight.
Okay.
We had a case of bad leadership. And no, and one so train, and a nay, General Sidin Katia de Frewomo, a micro minority. We all saw it, and one so train, and now Dr. Bomia did all. And he had to do a lot of homework, peer, to let the party know, say, and you made Dr. Baumia Kasa, my capacity to deliver as a leader, and unti enasa about to outcome no eba. He still has to do that sort of work because opo hold me to know who Din Kugua, yet so terrible, and say CBM. But you realize that it was a referendum on Nanado's leadership. Unfortunately, Bamia was so closely attached to that type of leadership. So closely, the vice president. This time around,
okay,
he needs to build a party, a ratio of inclusiveness.
Okay.
How anipa bi eka ho asem yes say wo mo eka ho asem but me gidi say they shouldn't conclude say enye reconciliatory enough because of ebia nipa mienu ana miensa bia omuni committee bi mu no.
Okay.
Me gidi say omunya abutre, everybody will find himself or herself somewhere obenya ahotoso and that's what say he is not just a member of the party.
Okay.
But then if the party should get somewhere, almost will get their fair share of the party's cake.
Okay, all right. Dog, my last two questions that you're quite anymore. My last two questions, the one has to do be a sure so what Asante Achim North MP, Netherlands FBI issue. I don't know how you heard it on that one, but I wanted to link something that Ura Kalistos Mahama Ekaye and Otroye Efa the Inshishaya Ususu say ahead of the NDC Sebi omunye careful anyesa ebe ha ejuma omu sisi when it comes to omampenyo tisu sisi. I'm only linking it to say what will be the lessons for the NDC when we see the MPP positioning in this manner and then combining what Ora Kalistos Eka Achromono. Would it be something that the NDC should be really preparing for the MPP on this call?
Ura Kalistos Muhammad, Dr. Kalistos Muhammad.
Yes.
He was my colleague at KNUST. Good morning, Doc. Minkai na ina watre. Senye bibi tinti nanka wutimi akan kakra amamia. Ena question is mu na ho ma me ye. Member of Parliament na wanya asem the Netherlands.
Yes.
Na related to asema
na make us say two things and I'm say udi hu komo one has to do with the Kalistos matter yampeke MP ni die no na fe yes FBI and Sasha say any applicant the Netherlands.
Yes. FBI kuya maybe enche omba Ghana have a particular individuals be saying say omni o man Ghana wo nhyehyɛ ntiase omutumi di dwuma bisa. A quick comment adeba ko omni say coincidentally samre na Ghana so gidi say the former finance minister also about o man ni ebe yi nsem bia no for whatever reasons he's not here But then the Americans, if you like, seem to have their own way. But whatever it is, America for Ensemu to change. And one sign on BBC is here, small bus, we shouldn't be surprised. But member of parliament, one, Onama, or the diplomatic passport, and then some real two kind passport ban or the call likely so some or one personal ordinary passport. You need passport call the call, but whatever it is, need be an idiot. Yeah, chain on right. It was not lost on the FBI, and obviously, although identification documents be on one, which may actually say, look, I'm a Ghanaian, yes, but I'm also a lawmaker in Ghana, a very public official. Inti muni mo asimbia munya abutre binti minyane we actually have bia na yanka miji se obe mekisa protestations no sanya mani nyina chini yachin edebe ni echin tambe no free Ghana ade ade kro na echi no na ensese o man Ghana mu security for ehu na say na yinim na emum na yigidi se enye bibia happy nti or implications be brave but adeba kwa happy and say so opening bisa BBC si na FBI kan ho dia generally speaking in this particular case I don't know, so I'm not trying to zero in on anything concerning the arrest of Sir Honorable Member. But generally, FBI, even in the United States, your cases are, I mean, the local security people, but cases borders on a crime against the state. FBI for now, FBI among from who Ura Asimbia Mukeke. Enti Papa no, assemble no papa, or assemble no pop. Who was in Sanso and Suma or mine Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in Sanso and my mine Ghana. Indeed, Nigel say being able to track say FBI for a day in seminal, Pife Munukre, a betu. See, and free in young crop farmer, say FBI, be bonacquant publicly. I'm a young Dintia or more. A detain, and fancy be our mood detaining for maybe nothing. Or me and you know, Jidisa or see Jano, Piania Jam. Let's hope say it be something which has gone terribly wrong and that he's innocent, and for that matter, is going to come out.
Okay,
at least one should be, assumed to be innocent until proven guilty. So we give him that benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
Dr. Kalisius Muhammad, any day, I'm not able to answer it. Okay. So come to me,
okay. So basically, he was cautioning a party leadership and Omomowa Bemusisia in connection with the head of Omo elections now, Babeban, where too many people are and same painful brain seem to be leaving jobs now for more turning to more presidential ambitions and now face so political ambitions within now Osusu say any maybe say nye careful a bit really the agenda of the 4-year term mandate no mo and no say be me Kojo Preko Dankwah na yede me ato ABI me fa say agrek na me wo ni that so say be say me presidential candidate I am nursing and nurturing it whilst I am in office and ma wunya sa at time no enye adwuma no ma Ora Mahama presidency and at the NDC 4-year term to really run very well. It's na bebre na no kase senior and MSC corner there omanye careful ebe hadwene wo party them internally na niema entumi enko yie. So people were even making certain few allegations of even the party chairman nankase muono ono emuno ede nam so ye thank you to why ye thank you to abra president nemu so ye thank you to where is it about nurturing obetini say ora Julius say or ye work was it about nurturing any ambition and that's to say so nema we nana no ora Mahama Kalistos cautioning the party and I feel some more aben say we should be careful in seeing say be ma adwuma na we ye niso no mo no akoye se na be ya yen toto na sekra.
Thank you. I can't help agree with Dr. Mrs. Mahama. Actually, it's likely that he finds himself in a dilemma. Because a party no she say maybe do say we fail particular positions. And at the same time they are in government and they must deliver. There's a paradox there. So person be a flag bearer of the party. Juma bi dinne eboa ama President Mahama na niso ade hu ebebem na ujai say okwa ko pursue flag bearership ambition. And maybe in democracy elections are won on the economic performance of the government of the day. They are not won based on the personality of the individual. And maybe okay. 10 democracies are 8 in presidential and even parliamentary elections. Economic factors, and maybe deliver. Whether developed democracies or democracies in transition to say down and you know, you have a very strong point in the case being made by Dr. Kalisis Mahama. You can't leave the work of government to go and pursue whatever it is that you want to pursue. You mentioned Julius Debradino, Chief of Staff.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned it is also a presidential mission or work. Fine, what could you say in free Najuma or this? And you can say Najuma or the say President Mahama and this was the Chief of Staff. He manages all the appointees.
Yeah.
He manages all of them, monitors their day-to-day actions and inactions, and take note and send, messages to those who should be spoken to nicely, quietly while they are on their job, so that they become aware of one or two areas or more side step. The campaign. There's an irony there. Ojiri said also Ojai no campaigner. Maybe that is his understanding. Of course, a TBN or campaign is set our presidential mission there or per se or flag bearer. Obviously, also marketing. But one way of between their marketing, yes, or you know why.
Okay.
Or you know, I Juma, Ama President Mahama Niswa Duhu Abam. No, the Jnaso I can't a Sia Hini for me say, Baby Ababijay. There is set agenda, ya peja ama apeja or minor, and sincerely, or manusika some age now. Ghana's economy is doing very, very well now. On yet the finance minister, but definitely which may take a large chunk of the credit. And it's in one way of advertising himself, there is this information coming out through Mr. Dankwah's work, and the names appear as one of the aspirants for the presidential destiny, the finance minister.
Yeah. And
then on a particular occasion, Mr. Dankwah can say, the finance minister has expressed interest in becoming a flag bearer of the party.
Okay.
That he has not expressed interest, but that notwithstanding, or collecting the data, Papani Dimba. I like the way this particular development is unfolding because there's somebody who is very focused on his work.
Yeah, sure.
Very focused on his work. There's a recent development. I hear some, members of parliament wants to take a second look at it against the procurement law and then this value for money, something structure they want to put up. Very, very interesting. You see the commitment of the finance ministry to prudent utilization of Ghana's money, fiscal discipline. You see that commitment.
Yeah.
Consciously placing himself in a way that will make him office personally accountable for some procurement issues, breaches. He's stopping it.
Yeah.
He's seeking to stop it. So this is a brilliant move.
Okay.
This is one way to advertise yourself, to work, to work. At the end of the day, the records on the ground, the economy, among for Botomas Kakakra, na Yabusmia Katia, Johnny Boy, and Yadin Bibri. I say, oh, President Mahama, I dear, and this Yamanuku, I dear, and sign to Abama Woman Twasso, or Montoya Paso. All right. I think they should balance the issue.
Okay.
But they want to focus on the job assigned to them.
Okay. Doc, you better ask the pastor only a din come on Kessben TV so na face so Kessben 92.9 FM Accra. Yeah, that's the baby. Me pem be baby. Yeah, that's a Dr. Kwesi Maakye ni din come on lecture with KNUST political science lecture. In the no 18 come on 38 minutes into 8 a.m. Uguso 92.9 FM Accra Kessben and our face will share with Kessben TV. So me need a man sanson for Kojo Preko Dankwah Kessben Maakye and Awasu Eguso. So Parliament as of yesterday or so issued a quick one in connection with the MP Honorable Kwame Ohene-Frimpong. They almost say detention in The Hague, Netherlands, of honorable member for Asante Achim North constituency, Mr. Kwame Ohene-Frimpong, and almost it has come to the attention of Parliament that the honorable member of Asante Achim North constituency, Mr. Kwame Ohene-Frimpong, has been detained at the Schiphol Airport, Amsterdam, in the Netherlands. The Right Honorable Speaker and leadership of the House are in touch with Ghana's embassy in The Hague for detailed information on the matter. The public will be duly informed appropriately on this matter. Signed, Mr. Ebenezer Ahuma Jetro and Edeba Clark. To Parliament and the way by. So indeed, there are a lot of things that also happen on social media. I'll read them to you now for your twice. So, but I'm saying I know my main court na mene Batapa Process Center for Indian Community Gentleman Dental Clinic will bring you Ziga Steak and Kessben matches. So Indian Como na mene Batapa Process Center for Indian Feme Bape. Na yedi ayezike stake no so atwa so your text messages and after so WhatsApp messages na mehuni na make kan ni na so right after mene Dr. Wia na yedi enkomo we nyina dog Maakye bibi aboko de
ya me de ami adom bibi aboko
erade adom kakra eguso ankasa me sure say workers o mo Batampa Process Center you know obi ahwe erade ase yes ejo mo so pa etifo are you ready yeti dog
you we de mi cheti for some lo majembre etie na omohwe Kessben TV so de yin anim no me ba ha masam ba kopa mbeka eye post-it enkomo na medie enu yade enkomo adom ya mem haduru a emre medi edi bo adasa wonya wo sa tibie no mu post-it yade eye memma nko a memma na ewo post-it ka post-it aye honama kwa bi abata ejunso twa no ho na enu mu na Jones dudu ban yade adwunso ne free adwunso twa no ba ye bemba mu no enam nkopon bo sa honama kwa ne se oba ne bemma hia bebia spams ne free ba oba no ho no edudu bebia positive wo no a edi so bi boa no se de be ye bitumi anante spams bitumi anante me harso akọ oba no ho na sa honama kwa we mu a eho a eho no ehunu a abofofre no enlarged prostate ana benign prostatic hyperplasia na ehunu a disunsu azu bebre na eba adijusum mu ohaw na eba de kan sa hunama kwa na ehunu a ebema wajunsu dia ne na ho ebema na junso pi anajo bajunso bo de unim se ojunso so de bia agusu a ojunso no abeduru babi no junso no kan na won ama hwan ya ha na ojunso agu ho enu akro no a se juso kan na wa ma hwan ya ha na wuso gu ho no bedu baby so juso kan no ko jasa wujunso a afina abasa se wuchim ansa na wutumi ajunso bituma ba se wajunso awie no bu se juso no bi aka wujunso twa no mu enti bu se enu ma ajunso entoto aso betumi ama wajunso awie no bu se juso no bi essence so o pantimu abra wode obema ahye o pantimu no ebetumi ama usisi ayo ya ebetumi ama mama sam akofom ebetumi ama wajunso boja ebetumi ama wajunso awunim se junso de very serious. But say you won't say you so do, but not what you say go home. And now, I didn't say, baby, no one day, but so by you, so not just like Kawayase. Now, I could say, so your course for Nedi Robber to Bembum, now I'm out in so film. Now, so I deal with about fun said anywhere drew. About 4 months said anywhere drew, draw, say, but a two now course for Edma one. And manage you, Johnson, in 2 years, and I say, now, when I am couple mammy who draw a juju posted to Bumba, a shrinky posted now, I casino. Na fe ama positiveness in that dem said there yankopon born no pepepe na otumi wujunso no aye normal said there etie na wa de ho ehun aduro a 2 years are na said there na pa ti say me kan wasama na me kan say because of positive do chemi obi because enu ne aduro me hu say nyanka sama me yusu a asam ya de on positive wa besin there for the past 5 years min ye bibia me ho atoma me nam ho ade bia me ho atoma me nam ho etosu menu won ya eba me nchen behwe eba ya hwe no tumi di adanse che obi ba so be chichia ko be bebre obi tumi ka se be bie nu ho a onkoye enso obaba no me na ma chense ma afu nya abutre na so wotumi nka what waba transit na ho beto behwe na no ho ato no na odamase nti za meka se mo positive duro a na nyame adum mo positive duro de bia meka se so bi edim no mama o se obi o positive no bi obi no mama why lucky a che de ka se pa obi tumi de ama obi a o positive na o sa ha no so obi che me cha kwan because duro a me da hwe ni pebebre de bia na za meka je ma hwe ahemfo doctors ahwe police for soldier for lawyers judges all kind of people aba ma hwe omo bi kwa ba na osusu se de we chia bra na no honto ni ntino na osusu se bia na yare kwa no ye ya de ntino na osusu se bia na on ya sa but mama na du abaka kon be wi ba fe na no honto na odamase nza me ka se mo post de du na eni bi so na me ka se wotimi kan man dwene se bia se bi usikanti papa so opa o ma so ye na numu de na mum ni ye intra ti say me kan wasoma na me kan ni brusu nti say wotimi kan fam normal me normal na 0553 800 678 0553 800 678 we wo kaswa baby the fifi prat last stop yen no kwantempo so uba kaswa communal station na ya fa kumasi kan ho no ko petaja we dey say onchi of fifi down taxi over taxi na kache da vanso obi so Obatampa junction uso Obatampa junction na obonante be say 3 minutes we do makache oba your machines o why be hwehwe e test o ahwe say ampa indeed wo positive na fini amu aduro a won ma ho beto titu nkofo ba na mhwe positive na large positive na mani age because minim say no ho beto no no matter how much and pani doubt say o doubt kra no minta no beto no afi be wi no na no ato na afi na o damas nti samika se mo dura na ye ni bisu na America de bia America say Africa yi nipa miensa a wo positive do na menka ho anya complete meka na ni breso nti samika che wo sati bi ni mu a fam no ma no na frame na pum be kira kwan woni positive kra no a fa no ma no wo de babo nua bi so obakwo ye obakra na fa butumi da bo kunu odamfo bi ana unue bi me no mo 0553 800 678 ya san wo agent wo across the country Kessben secretary highway ubada answer no be officer no down ho papa bi wo friend Francis eduni bo no won ya wo kokomemre ni environs ni bi Accra ya check ya test to a conference or positive butumi ba abetedu ni bi won nchen your agent usuane no money 05339 122 799 suane 0539 122 799 Cape Coast 0249 124716 Cape Coast 0249 124716 Kofodia 050 470 4737 Kofodia 050 470 4737 37 bibiani 0243 68 69 38 bibiani 0243 68 69 38 Kumasi 0249 49 61 66 Kumasi 0249 49 61 66 Takrade 0246 04 34 58 Takrade 0246 04 34 58 Takwa 0244 92 94 01 Takwa 0244 92 94 01 Borga 0242 34 87 90 Borga 0242 34 87 90 Agras Rodro 0558 71 5581 Swedro 0558 71 5581 Obuase 0541 93 06 25 Obuase 0541 93 06 25 Doma 0548 454 123 Doma Hinkro 0548 454 123 Doma 0548 454 123 Upebia Fese ya check ya confirm so portrait where we large portrait na ko kopedu ni bito wo call say wo problem be to frame number 0553 800 678 na wo hobia woni medi hu nkomo me stress obi also atibe ni mu no don't look any further because me hode me do last stop me makache last stop e do say do say ankasa nti say me pese makasa ho pi but if I say ka ho say ma obi a won ya wo sati be ni mu ma dey o de omo ho to su me nu ya me adu me nya do very strong one for cancer.
Okay.
Positive ya the end result ekunipa no ye cancer. Cancer pen say ye kura na ekunipa no. E me nya do tatahwe a esa cancer of all kinds. Any positive cancer pe nti say wo sati be no so bia ya kwa hospital ya test o my doctor say wo cancer mensuru mam don't panic because of can ya say o cancer there ya wa eduro ne ho bewu enye no kre ya me adum enye adura accept a two cancer na say pa seriously nti so bia o sati be no mu no on pe me chi akwan enye positive pe cancer of any kind wako me akese wo cancer so a frame me abo me dam say
yes so yeah that see be no about Tampa Process Center ne di and come on check in your time 15 minutes into 8 a.m. where Kessben matches. So now I mean go straight to Asante Achim North where we want to talk to your correspondent that to come na or what Asante Achim North is here to really understand almost assembly see and almost MP Honorable Kwame Ohene Frimpong assembly see where Netherlands no omo ehun ne say omo ten say na so say e dey pa and cost work constituency hono no ye ne ye correspondent ndi enkomo to Kwame na line so na ye nhwe de kwa to Kwame na so temen kan me wache mo akwaba e ba ye Kessben match so but clearly fitting do anwumre I start engage ye BC7 na me no work say oba Asante Achim North a hot say e dey pa and cost wo hoboye enkomo
yo na be dem da say se me do ba Asante Achim North ko pon ye akokwa me no ka say no e ba skin ra ayinda na ebedu komia no ekomia atadi obi bia no wa na gete opeto obi na numpo na wa ni akasa ifise odimnyamfo a me so bedwani a wa ha na me no ka say ohene Kwame Frimpong wa ye independent candidate wa say me no ka sa no na yaso mu bia bi no oye obi a ye ba mpotem ha ya oye businessman watra amanone enfie bebre na owo foundation bia ye fere Royal Aid Foundation afi bia no oba ne kuromo oba na gese ekunafo awisia emofram e wo ha se de obo be mu nyina adoye atontoma ene ma hodo e de bre omo enti eyade ne besu aso de oye de ba wo bia wo ha bia mo bia enya bi e to se bi osu no se ekoma se ayasa bia bi wo ha esa ayasa bia no so hia eye emwa otime to eye de friend hospital equipment ene ma hodo na wade aba ade abla eye sa ayasa bia so omonye sɛnea bɛbɛtumi aboa ma ayaresa no enimpa ɛba hɔ ɛbɛgye ayaresa no atumi ɔba hɔ a ne ho atumi atɔ no enti efite me santi mu ɛna mo ayɛ saa adɔyɛ na ɛde bɛsi ne ya me no kasai enti wo obi a adɔyɛ deɛ odi ho dwuma pa wɔyɛ adeɛ pa na yɛnhwɛ 2023 ɛna oyi ne ti sɛ defani yɛ wosi bi adɔyɛ de ma amanfo wa sɛ ne deɛ ɔbɔmɔde sɛ ɔbɛtumi aba na ɔbɛpre mɛhyɛ badwani akonya ɛwɔ ha sɛ nti mɛhyɛ badwani akonya no ɔba ɛbɛfa ɛyɛ form ɛwɔ ɛyɛ mpɛsua no so na form ɔmɛfa 2023 no enimpa enum ɛna ɛyɛ ɔmkɔfa form no deɛ di kan yɛ ɛyɛ mɛhyɛ badwani ɔwɔ yɛ onyamfo andi kwame apia kobi ɔno na ɛyɛ mɛhyɛ badwani no ɔwɔ hɔ saa abele no 2023 no ɛna yɛwɔ Samuel Kojo Prempong ɔno so na ɛnɛmɛ no kasa yi ɔyɛ independent candidate ɛwɔ hɔ ɛna ɛwɔ Kojo Ba Agyeman ɔno so bɛdi so pɛn ɛna ɛwɔ Steven Obin Sika ɛna ɛwɔ Kwasi Kwaten saa nipa wei enum yi na obi akɔ yɛ kɔfa form ɛwɔ saa mpɛsua no so na yɛto aba no wie no na ɛyɛ Andy Apia Kubi no wɔnya 226 Andy Apia Kubi no yɛto aba no wie no wɔnya 226 ɛna Samuel Kojo Frempong a yɛfa no wahini wɔnya 160 ɛna Kojo Ba Agyeman ɛnya 103 ɛna Steven Obin nso ɛnya 67 ɛna Kwasi Kwate nso ɛnya ɛyɛ 12 na ɛno ɛna ɔhu sɛ abato ne ɛkɔɛ no ɔno na yɛfa no ɔyɛ Kwame Frempong no nneɛma bi ankɔ yie MP no ɛyɛ nneɛma bebree ɛde ma delegate no ɛnte nam so delegate no ɛto aba ɛde eti ano no enti ɛnam so ɛma ɔno ankasa ogyina sɛ kɔntɔnkora ɛgyina sɛ independent candidate ɛhyɛ ase ɛbɔ ntoa ɔmpɛsua no so ɛkɔkɔ nkurase ɛwɔ do ɔwɔ nyinaa ɛne ɔkɔ ekuro bi ɔkɔ nkurase ɔwɔ nyinaa na ɔmo ka edi nkɔmɔ sɛ ɛkwan ebi ɛfɛ ɛkɔ mankara ne nyinaa yɛ kwan a ɛhɔ na asante atoma wɔ no bɔɔdeɛ ahodoɔ ne kua nhoma ne nyinaa efiri ba na ɔyɛ sɛ ɔde na ɔno kata ne sika ɛbɛtumi ayɛ kwan no ɛde ama ɔmo nanso MP no ɛntumi ama ne kwan nti nyankopɔn yɛ adom ne sɛ ɔmanfoɔ no agyi ne tum na ɔmo to aba ne ma na ɔbɛtumi aboa ɛma ɛkwan no wɔtumi ayɛ ɛde ama no saa nsɛm yɛ ahodoɔ kan nyinaa ɛne nadɔyɛ a wɔyɛ ne nyinaa ne nti no ɛto amanfoɔ tirim ɛma ɛyɛ 2024 election a ɔmo kɔɔyɛ no sande akyem no wɔde 20 abatoɔ no yɛto no nipa a na yɛhwɛ anim sɛ ɔmato aba ɛwɔ mpɛsua no so nyinaa no ɛyɛ nipa na yɛhwɛ anim sɛ ɔmato ɛyɛ 55,252 55,252 ɛna ne yɛhwɛ anim sɛ ɔmato aba no ɛwɔ ɛyɛ saa mpɛsua no so na abatoɔ no ɛkɔ awie no na onimnyamfo Andy Kwame Apia Kubi wɔnyɛ 8,933 a na ɛkyɛ sɛ wɔnyɛ 23.31% ɛna Kofi Asiama wɔyɛ NDC ni wɔnyɛ 2,469 a ɛno nso gyina hɔ sɛ 6.44% ɛna ɔhene Kwame Frempong yi a ɔdo gyina kɔtɔkora ɛnam nneɛma bi a ɛkɔɔ so a ankɔ yɛ ne nti no ɔno nso gyina yɛ no ɔnya 26,926 a ɛgyina ma 70.25% a ɔno ɛna ɛdi nkunim ɛwɔ hɔ na abatoɔ no yɛhwɛ nipa a ɛto aba no nipa na yɛhwɛ no bɛto aba no yɛ 55,252 ɛna nipa a yɛhwɛ ɔmo to aba no yɛ 38,862 ɛna ɛto aba no nti na ɛno de ada sɛ abranteɛ no ogya kɔtɔkora no ɔmo to aba no de ma na me no kasa no ɔyɛ me hyɛ bedwani ɔwɔ ne nam sɛ ɛbɛtɔ fam mo sɛ yaso ne mu no efi sɛ na madɔyɛ a ɔyɛ de ma ekuro nyinaa nti no si a abɔ yinya abɔ kuro na ekuro no obi anu wa ɔkasa ɛwɔ ɛhɔ de obi ayɛ nyinaa hoho na me no kasa yi obi ayɛ ɛwɔ kuro to busa me a de esmi de aka amanfo ɛwɔ fantasma wafo pa nya sɛ gotoa
okay But I say ato yebesa komrepamu no when all the details ni na ba biwa yebesa stay with Asante Achim North na fe no modi nkomo ye na fe ahwe de especially party executives and ne manfo no mo ho nyina no will go into those matters na fe yahwe de ekọ ene de ebe nyina yebekọ parliament na ye ne Obapa Fia Ajima na parliamentary correspondent so edin nkomo afa what is happening trending CCI no kase na brantie honorable Kwame Ohene Frimpong nyina no na parliament to say and all that nyina no ye be ho enkomo ye pa but Kessben Maakye will be monitoring what is happening on the socials na ye share the economy them as of yesterday by 8:30 9 p.m. ko nyina no we're just watching the ecoso our socials so there are a lot of news transpire so we saw Osajefo Oliver Baka Vamo ne de watcho Vamo right watcho ne de wo honomo say I have met and interact with Ohene Kwame Frimpong MP a couple of months ago and also we had quiet interesting discussions on campaign financing, money pressures on politicians in our politics and the need for a real solution to the monetization of our electoral system. He was genuinely worried about the role of money in our politics and the pressure on him. I am saddened by news of his arrest. I hope it's nothing too serious. We need to be worried about as a country. Strength to his family. We Oliver there or there by then me who anasi who kweku azan so dear ewo honom na kweku azan so trust in February the Asante Achim North MP introduced a private member bill to promote transparency and legality in political funding. So it tells you that Honorable Kwame Ohene Frimpong, one of his major focus is to see how political funding is done. Because if Osajefo Oliver Diana or Kana Baka Diana, he was also having the same discussion with him one-on-one on these issues of monetization in our electoral system and the pressure I deba politicians. So, and then when you read Kwekwa's own, and also in February, just about this year, February, on Asante Achim MP, I will introduce a private member bill to promote transparency and legality in political funding. And also or the abanono. So it is more or less like honorable Nenkomodie more has to do with political funding, the pressure that it comes with, and then there are a lot of them but he didn't in a home come parliament na memra sisi na many Obapa Fia Ajima parliamentary correspondent and Nkomo one last input and no MP and I face our parliamentar same power and Nyema ACT when it comes to honorable Kwame Ohene Frimpong ne DSNT and all that. Julie and I say Obapa Efia Ajiman Otemen kam watching Mwakwaba about Kessben Maakye. So tell us Parliament Honorable Kwame Ohene Frimpong saying and same partner as we speak parliamentarians and also no take omo stand and I say in some pa and omoka when it comes to enra asema yetefa Honorable Kwame Ohene Frimpong.
Okay, na na me so amobi bera kwaba edeba me so be jefie. Say me no ka say there ye were recess and answer your call during Easter holidays no. Na me aduma this month 21st and e be resume and I better come back to parliament. Me mom technical committee meetings, a technical press conference and then other things related with parliament business. If you Nanso say a better na speaker atina si aka ye no de ene de ye that so e will break mo na maminka asem kakra mfa honorable Frimpong a young politician obi a ye wo no 23rd September 1986 a shall be a politician October 2023 some declare say Obeko independent ewo eye ni constituency Asante Achim North constituency You said the no MP honum another incumbent then honorable Apia Kubi. Obia say ye bo Apia Kubi media audio mashe outside parliament is media audio the competition was very high. Now you should say there obit me between and say obit me wini Apia Kubi ana. Tama Jumedia na say abatoni na eba ne we no otimi winning with 26,926 votes. And Odiba Mashabe 7th January 2020 Nana help me 7th January 2025.
Yeah.
And Meno Kasano or your beer or your friendly. He's also the owner of Short FM Short TV the constituency. So your media guy I can say it. Or your beer or bois development the constituency or Crown Pansana or Bayer Mashabe obeye mashebejeni na kojo men kasabe no so ye ka monobre na dey no ho abasem kakaya oyobi ayo fluent oyobi a o taba mashebejefi onye MPs na ebia ene ye behunu ochina ye hunu na oyobi ade bia oba parliament ena asem shishishi a opese onfa ne hunjim no in terms of contributing to whatever that will rise up or share so or can ebeboano say your best kind of be my dear ma nkofo be adwin ekọ so ye tama or sorry or kachi. He was the first time MP backbencher I can say or sojina na nansi ka say Mr. Speaker or manu eye standing on the senator or best friend say o manin kan kom kasa she say amafo anase atenta chonfo na omoto abamwa no bedre na twi na omokanti obese sankwa omomanin kan ni twim tune be ya na amafo omutie na anase omohwe ne no ebeti de okana tie pa na se wi a wasa atwehwemu ewo eye brofum enti se ye ka honorable MP ne dey no ho abasem kakra na oyobi a onye batabata osa ye friendly ohun bia na se odi na person come closer to you no yes hi hello we want to send in as a phone and then we will go to wherever he is in tita mandra asem ne baye no ye botu kakra ye di kan tie na ye pese ye nya formal communication from parliament because Kessben we not like to report on anything na nka say ye na di kan report here na HA asem ne tisa na ya cho say a threat or whatever it is no so we were waiting to get a communique from the office of the clerk. That is Mr. Getro and also you may know the by say in semi titi no that say NSA na titi na money on a common Speaker of Parliament so did you media or ye the best media na so the paper embra kojo men person me go deep into it since they didn't give us more details no my uncle so hanum say so akoya ni business or business for or akoya parliament work ni there. I say class to parliament, I'm my editor community. He has been detained into the one idea. Yeah, change and conquer you may and I say very mukampono. If they are class to parliament, let's have my update. Now they are very careful because they emphasize them not false news. They always want to give the accurate news to our viewers and then listeners as well. So as we speak to you now, it is true. Say you are detaining Amsterdam into yes. Say communicate nebeba no omoja no de na waye de na na kwakoye wo ha san system wonyina ebae nti na kakra metimi aka afa ehono no ye ne yonkofo ni bi so MPs oye kwesa to them no etwetwe nkomo e ma omoto ye omoto mate ne mu nyama bi se di abrabo de o ha think like this no etimi ba yakomunti nyina we should stay calm. And now, Speaker of Parliament, and you see the powers. Now, the Wahobia, no Suno, the should be about Cosin. Not so far missing about Afra, a year no one, committee or woman, or a year road and then transport committee. That is standing order committees. So, that two committees were a member. Our Nimian Munti, honorable any commission form. No one some kaka make me aka afa no ho anymore. Okay,
so if you answer now be no quick one na yemfa so over parliament I heard you talk about a backbench and all that. Okay, honorable Kwame Ohene from Pombi Tina what's his position? I mean, what kind we want to seat tonight to say?
Okay, could you say over parliamentar? Seat in seniority.
Okay.
Yes, we do parliament.
Okay.
It's from first, second, third, fourth. Now for the Yako leadership. Although we are in the first time, you saw Honorable Shaibu Ahmed Wejagbawe. And the first time, Anka, he's part of the backbenchers. But because he's part of the minority leadership community, or no, but not front bench. But omo first time ninginano. Omo nyina etiechire.
Okay.
And it's from backbenchers.
Okay.
Omo nyina etiechire. Into first time at ningina ewe chire except say obi a oye leader. Ana obetumi enim. Now for the second term for no atwaso third fourth. Into sana sa oko parliamentary yes she free echire. Into honorable ohene no ono etiechire kra.
Okay.
Asebia asemeba na obesori akasa no. Ni say obey enim ho. So obehu say ebia cameras a capture na oti enim a. Na sada ne bia ni senior bi amba. Nti no de wo ho akonya say obetimi akotena enim ho. Na mum ohonom no enya otena bia. Okay. Nipa kwani ba akonya na oteso no nipa kwani ba obesori fi ho. Na wasa akotena wo dabre eye echi ho. Ana ebiom so say okotena say enim ho. Na say obisa question I say city bia ni nipa kwani ni dini ni constituency wo ho no nti. So who ya backbencher na say okotena front seat ana say okotena wo senior bi seat so. Na say asem bi ba na pese wo yi anu a. Wo say original one wo senior ni picture na beba. I capture no. Nti say eba ne sana say wo be bisa asem a ye ma wo say go back to seat no. Na wa kokotena ho. Na wo bisa asem say na be hazard ebe capture say eda say honorable Mesika say anything. If you no oti echiro krakrakra.
Okay, all right.
I think so your first time maniti.
Okay. If ya meda say still on what grounds my BBP mu bia no my son te se ne betimi eso adema eye etifo ene ahwefo nyina. Ya da sepa. All right, NTNA parliamentary correspondent Obapa Efia Ajiman and no Edin Komono regarding the issue of Honorable Kwame Ohene Frimpong, what it is in Parliament and I feel so how parliamentarians are also picking it up and all that. NTNA grounds to be na no Edi and Komo, but as I remember Ziga Sono, my main issues of Honorable Kwame Ohene Frimpong, the no Ensina Fino, me Emran, so name Edin Komo, because then I will speak to the Parliamentary Network Africa Communications Director Clement Aklo na fino maba zika hone and zika so atwaso ewo hono baransana no o text messages ni bi wa hano man pese mekenka ma. This one says Kwablavi of Pukwasi Benghazi MPP Minority Caucus led by Honorable Afenyo Maakye should allow Raymond Archer of Viyoko to do his work. What the Minority Caucus leader is saying about Raymond Archer isn't true. That Raymond Archer has turned Yoko into one main agency. He is only doing his work. He's working hard to retrieve all stolen state properties. We are strongly behind him. He should keep on doing what he's doing. Greetings to Honorable Bernard. I hear for Mama Kenya. Now, I'm going to Abrantia Clement Aklo, Indian Common Parliamentary Network Africa Communications, more director. Din Komo Clement Meda say wa Johnny we Kessben TV so na face 92.9 FM Kessben Accra Din Komo what news in this saying and eba ne say na ma o
yo Meda say very kojo say also say no sao na yesu yenya say member of parliament Bako independent member of parliament or something first time MP Kwame Ohene Frimpong say asunu mu ewo the Hague na ina asemno ebo yepusa tina more information about asemno but so far no yenya more information a share the potnya waye apart from communication about from the clerk to parliament Ebenezer Ahomanji Tro say stay no manyanki sa member of parliament ni retaining the Hague. If you kusu say ebenya information extra information bi afa ne detention no wana. But whatever it is, a bit of a worry to the nation and to the Parliament of Ghana. The United States, at the Bolivia, the employer say they are mistaking identity and identity.
Clement, Ebani say a worrying some kakra isane say ubibeka MP or sanso edda a constituency ano everybody is eager to know exactly what the issues are. Na ubibeka say after 24 hours onyo ubia sa Kessben or ye member of parliament representing a whole good people of Asante North. Not to date is getting almost about 24 hours. Over 24 hours, we can't know anything that is happening. Indeed, yes, I double check our Netherlands. We spoke to some few correspondents of ours. Almost so clearly, they also have no idea what is also happening. My take is that Anka Bibi say, when Jetro sa statement, hoping said Ninsabeka, the embassy in The Hague, to look into it. But this time, Ghanaians are eager to know something. Some form of a statement should come, either from Parliament or probably the embassy, to tell us, because as it stands now, or a Ghanaian, he's not the MPP NDC person, he's a Ghanaian, a parliamentarian, and of course, we can okra diplomatic passport, if I'm right, and all these things are happening, and we have scanty information coming through either from Parliament, from our embassy in The Hague, and then the security apparatus in itself, Ghana, we are not able to contact the FBI, to get Ghanaians, calm on this matter.
Yeah, say the it's a bit worrisome. Say, the full fact about his detention, they're worrisome. But I don't think that we should stress it to the point that everybody say Parliament is not doing a bit. Indeed, I must congratulate Parliament for taking the initiative and being a bit proactive on this matter. So far, the information we know about this particular issue is coming from Parliament, and I think that is commendable. They are the first people who have put the issue in the public domain, and I think that is very proactive for the PR department to do that, because a few more. About Kosemuno, a Martin issue,
Yeah.
And it brought a lot of bad name to the Parliament of Ghana and even Ghana as a whole. And it appeared that we were not on top of the issue at that time. The detention was there for a while before about public domain. And when it was coming to the public domain, it was the media that dug and brought out the issue. But this one, you can say that it is Parliament itself and the information, Africa. Now, I think that it's a thumbs up for them. The American account, they have to go a bit step in Sankonini. They should be proactive in feeding the public with information with everything that happens with this particular process. Ebanesa, and then they say what they are doing.
Oh, Akate. That was Clement Aklo, Parliamentary Network Africa, more communications director, and Edin Komo. Regarding the ECOSO for Honorable Kwame Ohene Frimpong issues, and home komo and anaye di Mami running up na fe member Ziga Hona Femino MBD Komo. Kwame acidity ahafo. Also, good morning. In 8 years of MPP government tenure, they couldn't absorb Asante Town Methodist Technical Institute, which is located at Ahafo Fidium, into the free TVET service. But now, Honorable Alhaji Collins Dauda and Ahafo Regional Minister have converted it into a free TVET institute, which will start admitting students in 2026-2027 academic year. What a great accomplishment by Honorable Alhaji Collins Dauda. If you come in and see the Honum Clement now to also na line no ekate sorry na fe mame.
Yes. It still say Parliament must be commended for being proactive on the communication bit. Now the Akamudiano almost make sure that it's Abekan in symptoms. But I think it's is barely 24 hours. And in their communication, almost can say they are in touch with the Ghana mission in The Hague to ensure that every information almost information information among the public. So I think that we should give them the benefit of the doubt, so that in a few hours' time, I'm sure the information about. Now, me say is because the standing orders, any the laws of Ghana, it making say, if anything, Parliament should be the first point of call after they are arrested. They should be the first point of call. So the Parliament will be on top of the issue, because standing order 25 said, subject to order 24, where a member of the clerk too or an officer of Parliament is restricted, detained or arrested, the person responsible for the restriction, detention or arrest shall within 6 hours of the restriction, detention or arrest inform the speaker of the restriction, detention or arrest. These people who did the arrest, are on top of their issues, they are on top of their legal game. Informing the Parliament of Ghana, informing the Speaker of Ghana. Now, who call the 25-2 now? It says that after ascertaining that the member, the clerk or officer of the Parliament is on the way to or attending at Parliament, the Speaker may direct the Marshal to place the mace before the person to demand the release on bail of the member, the clerk or officer of Parliament. So this is the second process. He said, if indeed the Speaker can ascertain, say, a branch here, baby or the baby almost say, obey guarantee, say indeed, now or ye a juma, and I say, then the Speaker can go in with his authority, which is the mace, and go and demand for a bail for the member of Parliament. But for now, you have that information, and I'm sure that Parliament itself, is not abreast with, fully abreast with the issues that they can't give us any information about any bail or anything. I'm sure that's why they are liaising with the mission abroad.
Okay.
These are the processes that a count one, what standing orders in my process can be used to secure either a bail or anything or further information to the public.
Clement, my last question now will call. So now making kind some of the Facebook pages and social media and some known faces and personalities are true. Now I read Oliver Vemewo Dieno, and then I've read Kuku Azan. They are speaking to the same thing with the MP regarding the issue of party financing and also finances when it comes to politics. Kwekwaza will tell you say no need din komo a private member biola kwaye onhene the akọ parliament say yenhwe na yendi ho enkomo yi, and then that one specifically is dealing with issues of looking at political funding. And then when you look at what Oliver also wrote, also soon say a couple of months ago on anything commoding kutahu efa issues that has to do with monetization of our electoral system, and then how worried when it comes to politics and pressure on him when it comes to issues of finances into these matters. I am not saying, or we are not probably prejudicing the whole issue to say that it's because of Sekasemitina, Sebio, ABF, and Sakano. But clearly, over Parliament, and monitor Parliament, and these pressures that MPs are raising.
In common with a very big topic, a very big issue. This proposal on the buy or a bill to deal with this was because the year it is going to ignite a lot of discussion and counter discussions here and there. But civil society organizations have spoken about this for a long time, saying the monetization in our elections in Yamano is a very dangerous thing, and if we don't take care in the near future, our democracy will become a commodity that will be sold to the highest bidder. Because unisika untimi enkoye amanyo said, and I say untimi ko represent. Now a very, very poignant issue has to be dealt with. But bidder as me, we can't stretch the argument too much to that point there. India, because of the monetization in the policies, many elections, is putting a lot of pressure on him to want to go and look for some money. And I thought, for now, I've been telling other people, for now, we give benefit of that to any person. What's happening? Say, as someone could be here, I must say, in fact, the real evidence and buyer. You cannot speculate just like that in the air, because it has its own implications. Because also but the pressures on members of parliament there is real. It's a real issue. It's a real issue. Because of the issues of cost of living in this area, we also pay more already. To do women as leader, now and members of parliament, because they are the people who are directly elected by them. They see them as the people they directly elect into pressure comes. Yes, the pressure is real. But that does not mean that you should go and do something that is untoward.
All right. Clement, you better ask the Radin Show. So near the come.
Yes, all
right, yeah, Clement, Aklon, they didn't come on the Parliamentary Network Africa. And you know, we didn't come on 24 minutes into 9 a.m. Ziga Steak is brought to you by Gentleman Dental Clinic Limited and Omo Ede Bray. Ziga Steak, are you ready by Gentleman Dental Clinic?
Yamwa by the Gentleman Dental Clinic. Gentleman Dental Clinic, so yes, Juma. Omo you did the tooth replacement and home. Se osie tu na wose ye boko for e de hye homa nya hwensunsu anso a se wosi tu no wan hye fofo a bitimi e de abrɛwo de di kan enipa ese e nipa ni munyam ukɔ nipa mu na wo kasa de ye hwe e ye wose de ebo ma wotimi didi e ye wose o kasa de ebo ma words bi o ha wotimi pronounce ye so e ye wose e di dwuma di ahodo bebree ndi se ese tu a ehu behia se obeba ne ahye fofo enso e ho e de ama wo nso obi o ha ne se no na ba kusie ni ba kusie chiri anya ade a ehye nkwan genya na de etu en sa afetu na mo bra ne nya ese ne fofo emfa hye ho so emfa ma afi nso nipa osimo wonuma eboa e ma obon no ekipi in good shape so we sit to no one replacement sa side of the bone ebetimi atom amana yi anase betimi ebuodum se na ya yeta aka no amana yi maintenance ma sa ha no ento to na mo bra se ese na atu no ye hye fofo e wo ho mfa ese no ba ye mu ahodo bebree ye we ese no ba ko a hye wa obetimi yi wa de wa ho no wa sa hye na de ba ko wa bonten se nipa do na agiri se de wo sha obetimi yi ntimi fa didi enye sa na tie ye ma wa obetimi de didi obetimi de akasa obetimi adwuma dia wo bi a wo didi bia no ye mu ahodo mienu ye wo flexible one a ye ta fa ne ba plus no and also ye wo acrylic and also ye wo de hye wa untini emfa won san ka bi na se untu bi and also e fixed prosthesis and also to na mo ba Gentleman Dental Clinic ye be ye eso de amount ye mu ahodo mienu ye wo PFM and say porcelain fused to metal and our fancy or back on so a FN implant and maintenance fee to an amount by Gentleman say we similar to one the Gentleman Dental Clinic the double near restore or smile on back to send the night so her Gentleman Dental Clinic cheap when ya can cry Ghana half an Gentleman Dental Clinic or here or Accra Gentleman Dental Clinic 2 branches or Accra the first one will Nungwa right after Nungwa Senior High School would we check Antamantono in 7 piece of Gentleman Dental Clinic branch or any NDC office no and I say Italian pub in a day in share Nungwa afei nso atomic down ba me kwa benya wan about wo do ani che taifa no nsa benku so pe Genuine Dental Clinic branch ba ko so ha ye di edwuma die wo ho afei so santimantal mu Kumase o he ya Abepo Junction Total Filling Station no achi wo pe wo do ani HG no nsa nifa so wo pe ye ne Methodist School ne wa Abepo Junction no e di anhwe afei so Kumase ho he ya Atonsu High School Junction traffic light na se wa pe Genuine Dental Clinic branch ba go so e wo ha ye di edwuma die e wo ho Kofor bi aso he Genuine Dental Clinic a ye Central Police Station no enche mu ha pe ye Central Market no e di anhwe a ye di edwuma die wa bon san e Central Police Station enche ho na takwa den so o he Genuine Dental Clinic branch na pipe and no traffic light Tadisco Junction ho a enka ne bebi ana GM Bank e wo no sa bon san ko na mu na Genuine Dental Clinic ye wo a ye di edwuma die afla wo so Genuine Dental Clinic e wo Ecobank Story Building na Story Building na Ecobank e wo ase no e soro pe na o he Genuine da obehu ye e wo afla wo afewu do ani kochiem e wo techima no so abono mantemu Genuine Dental Clinic e wo Mazi Road enkom hotel achiwa pe ni AY Ahmed e bi anhwe e wo techima afewu ese mantemu so ye wo Tamale Genuine Dental Clinic branch e wo Tamale Tishigu ye ni post office no e bi anhwe anase adjacent the MT main office na ye bi enjuma die e wo honom tigana hafa na nyina de Genuine branches no akweti Ghana ha nyina utu anamon ba ye be hwew ni aboa na osewe na okasa so akoyi e di amaw so he TV na se a ye numbers ni du ase no bitima frɛ Genuine Dental Clinic e wo sa homa for you so 054 990 6588 ofra doctor ebeje wo so se inquiries no make ebeje wo so ni aboa na so so ye no okasa so akoyi di amaw Genuine, it's time for you to smile again.
All right, me that say Sasana make a choice a Mascon Estate, some make a choice omo full plot omo ton a Mascon Estate Ghana Limited, omo full plot omo ton sisiano, omo ye fi 28,000 echo a year 20,000 Ghana cedis. Sasana half plot a fi 14,000 Ghana cedis, akakupi mo a year 10,000 Ghana cedis. Enti Mascon Estate a Ghana Limited, some make a choice again in term na omo bonanza for the a year Easter no omo gusua ankasa a year ejuma and into no top plot a year 20,000 Ghana cedis. Now we top plot a 10,000 Ghana cedis, half plot a year Tripoli, 10 minutes drive away if you're Central University and also 5 minutes drive away from a Sagleme affordable housing there. Now when you say what to as a papa if you Mascon Estate Ghana Limited for her omo payment you know almost a cash and into the end term na budget would dear from one numbers you know it was 0553 840-646 0553-840-646 and I feel say 0553 838-730 0553-838-730 and I feel say 020-9155-437 020-9155-437 now when a Mascon Estate Ghana Limited for ND and Como office you know a Spinters Road Community 18 Junction omo ben Allied Filling Station and also say KFC restaurant there what a Community Junction so probably a Mascon Estate Ghana Limited omo office no e wo honum Ziga Steak is brought to you by Gingement. Why ready? Yamfa a Ziga Steak no and Twaso and Mount Ziga matching.
Yeah,
Bibi aboko there.
Nyamia do marakwa.
Nice. That just is so cool.
Oh yes, that just ikoye pa na ade ma rekone say Kwame Frimpong.
Yes.
Or Kwame Frimpong is my friend. In fact because of some made different point you know. Of family say nua na me prekope de make what I say. Edi many need to come up in fact I'm say the last time I'm engaging it's not even up to 1 month. And or a friend of Digest. You get me? You're engaging of 3 times on Digest. Bakoye sa ne bill on the parliament. The other one on the issue being a buy near discuss here, but the other one, the last one, the most recent one, a year in year, sa bill on the parliament say re-regulating campaign finances, financing, In fact, it was a lovely conversation. In fact, speakers are about we talked about in the Chiokan Parliament. I would say the previous standing orders of Parliament, order 49. Number whole quite say, Opese waka ukrum kasa Parliament. say parliament the English and the communicate to parliament nimum say o pese o ka any other language a dialect or more specific dialect or parliament abetimi aka not any other any dialect at all almost teti twi dagbani dagare eve gane or that's ayina ene zemani ade eti se ubetimi akasa ade no ache parliament provided gadgets a ubetimi gadget be interpret this ade no but we say na sa gadget ni di bill any parliament nti watch the current speaker of parliament Amiacha says parliament does not have the financial muscle now to bring in those gadgets. So because of that, they changed the standing orders. So the standing order that was introduced early 2024 before the elections, no. Actually say ubetimi akakromu kasa providing say ubetimi asachiremu English. And now he was the first person to do it. So our parliament. Or sorry, so kasa uchiremu no fact I was see go bia we are no such chemu. And when now men the parliament see that way. Omayi a day aye de ka ukromu kasa nkwa. So and ubia yebi. So in fact wa good hu animu ase. Wo hwe no ma wa ye parliament no as a first timer. You understand? You see me issue by me kai se me de meni ni share. My last time so I share facially was last Christmas. Me share no Kumasi airport. Prempeh second airport. Etina me backra and ono so air backra. To catch me so free constituency neighbor. Ono no yusu African airline and I used the passion. Etina me plane in entry. To ono no de no na titimi ni di command or ziga me quote. Me do Accra me fro. In fact me kwada me hu no to say na ha no the twin na hada emre. And I make us won't chat to send me the NBD na ya pop mapa and ye dear wagra. And our cycles will be too quiet about the shoe be breme because I remember nice one. Enti me struggle pass and me shoe ashe. Nipa be breed the shoe a breme. Nipa be breed to be a breme. Any other but meet me fancy so cinema. Oh the bichi. Eti chair or be shed susu to catch me so or be too quiet or bar or be breme nice shoe. In fact, or catch them United Showbiz. And I dance so shemu kena any ade. Adia bakwa e ma me no nya ayi kakra ga beda ye ntemaye. Because the decision to work with NDC was a political suicider. Because Oko Asante Achimenofa and the NDC seat and the person that he rode on his shoulders and in the image to become a member of parliament, Kojo Preko was an NPP person. It would mean found to A+ who can switch to NDC at any time, and the NDC people campaign for him at the expense of their own candidate. It is a old who A+ now declare NDC. Yours is a political suicider. That nearly brought something between me and him, but we solved the problem. He loves me. I also love him. But you see. To say the akulo ekano sana me wo mitrim say we should wait na yente what is going on mienu a state that can say ebetimi aye by election to say amwatin di ni bi you understand Eric amwatin ye chinu cocaine sa no ba no say today there e detain and a parliament am ya tia say ye detain no de make no tia say so they have contacted their ambassador Ghana ambassador in Netherlands The Hague ye pay more information. This information you could do level bia obetimi ababaka or the bichi bikra na force charges near there. You give in the rousing welcome. But ekobase ade na why you know the omo can you no credit I'll be disappointed pa and I'll be sad because of seat na what is no the make what I say the seat no ye honorable Kojo Preko seat. Everybody knows Kojo Preko say Obia no mu grooming to become a president. We didn't who knew a parliament. And honorable and the Apia Kubi seat in Sonono. Apia Kubi is all over the place when it comes to national discussion. You cannot do it without Apia Kubi and Kojo Preko by extension. So those people occupy seat, you know. Let's say no corner say BBC bar. In fact, very disappointed. Another disappointment by concern say one call with any political party take it or the independent and the coy okoye ne eden pass e ukọ baabi ti se agogo so de bichi Asante Achim North eye Ashanti State they don't they pass NPP belusu ho na omunya trust to bypass their own political party to vote for you. Let's say Ekobaseya. That's what may disappoint. But in all, we have to I'm praying because it's my friend. I'm praying that a number be 10 around now wasaba be kan san wa be to the duma pass. In fact, Callistus Mahama. Callistus. Boss etiawa. As me be catch and say if he doesn't have boss to tell Urasi Edwin Ketia what is happening now, yes, he should stop spare our ears. Don't micromanage this issue. And fan wadari say we should be very careful. We should be very careful. After President Mahama, a 2% say we don't know the people that want to contest the flag bearer. We know them, and they have declared their intention. Obi say Erikopoku. Honorable Erikopoku declared intention. Ato force and declare, but Obianu so be contesting. The vice president Nenko Fokeka say we need a woman president in Nano. And likely that the vice president will contest. Honorable Julius Debra, baby bia obia ye work bia papa du ko bi mebwa. And yes a private function bia Julius Debra ko bi mebwa. Obia me say they will contest. Now listen. Omo amagia to so person omo contest no. Including Honorable Erikopoku about declaring intention. Bisa I say who is not flourishing in the ministry? Why need they do in the ministry? Honorable Erikopoku, one me feed Ghana. Yenya bumper harvest in 2026. Jamaican watch I say. Yenya bumper harvest in 2025. One more food inflation I hit it 3.6 from 21.0. Jamaican watch I say. But also a person me president. It means that a changing the focus. A changing the focus. Ato forcing. Ama Ghana nya ye fan is a single digit inflation. Ato forcing. Ama Ghana ye foreign exchange, you know. Jamaica what I say, and reduce. And then your foreign reserves from 10 billion to 13 billion. Ama your GDP ICD 100 billion. Jamaica what I say. So, also me person me yet president. Already said no we are then a chess affecting. Already Julius Debra Obianu so be contesting. But President Mahama, the first time by no appointee as scandal be a fan. And not just say the chief of staff is also working. So if you think that a beard the omoyano it will jeopardize flow now, somebody is doing it because listen, me person me president to tell you. Only party me person me president. I wouldn't sit down for somebody to take a lead. Abraham me share office or no ultimate co office or your board chairman or committee be at 3 months be anu akọ one. The say the person is on the road campaigning. Me try no money panel for to papa me bomb. Debbie, I also have to campaign. So they should tell us say do ketia say dia wo ya no wa ha party no. The say have the boss and speak to him. Run is a crabu body di kasam the chair no dey so di ketia.
Okay.
Jamaica what I say. Check. Swear declaration by. What me say? National Democratic Congress. They have never had your friend say a presidential prime minister. A year solid. I just say Ubo will say oh dear obi anta obi achi sa no man. The swear declaration we saw it. 2004 election. President Mills. President Wallace. Mills 206 the same thing. The American watch say. And the 2012 when President Mills died, Yama President Mahama called on post. 2016 elections. Yama President Mahama ko no post as a certain president.
Yes.
Jamaican what I say. 2020 people contested him, but the whole party is no Mahama na eseko.
Okay.
So this is the time that NDC will go to have a clear-cut presidential. Your brother said presidential promise.
Okay.
So they be say. Enti se mo fi say obi ye bibi na nya. Then fine. The party chairman has the right to go for thank you talk. That is fine. Okay, constitution. He has the right to go. But you see, when President Mills died, and a person and person contested President Mahama, they said that look, you have the right to contest the constitution, but mo yes adina. We be create problem. They are my candidate because they are on the Bewini. Your person ko ono identify the constitution and push President Mahama to contest. Okay. So can't you say the same thing? Say no, baby, adiane kono. Who create problem? Okay. So define the constitution. It is all right. Okay. Define your constitution. Come home now and confront any kwanyo omeduma. Near to President Mahama only can thank Ghana for. What question was Ghana for me? Damwase. What tweeting? What making statement? Statement upon statement. Acceptance speech. What that Ghana for the nasi? And you be only thank you to. One your boss and catch say do catch say. Papa una who create problem no. Say people to party no. Now we ko pokwa juma ankoye. Say Julius Jabra juma ankoye. Atofo say juma ankoye. Vice President juma ankoye. One manaba. Ya kwebe ti ya catch na wa. Who be video to be catch na na woni boss an kana no to me.
Ziga any attending Kano bringing us a Ziga stick brought to you by Gentleman Dental Limited and Ebre yay. Let me finish this one. Now, for your name, a happy birthday to Juliet Owari Ej. Happy birthday to you, Juliet Owari Ej. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to Doris Ando Kessben of ICGC Covenant Temple, Kotobabi. And then a staff of Unisex Slayers Saloon, Kotobabi. Happy birthday to you, Doris Ando Kessben of ICGC Covenant Temple, Kotobabi. And then a staff of Unisex Slayers Saloon, Kotobabi. And then a happy birthday to Daniel Nyamiche, Deputy Communications Officer, Jama North of the NDC. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to Ruth Sedo, Director General, National Service Authority. Ruth Sedo. Happy birthday to you, Director General, National Service Authority. A happy birthday to you. And it is 9:44 in the studios of Kessben 92.9 and I feel so Kessben TV. So and so ending the show, drawing the curtains down for this morning, Wednesday the 13th of May. The Jama Mayor, the sports team, Midfield action is next with the chairman himself, Joe Laka, in the seat from now to 2 p.m. Or the midfield action, bro. Sports. And then upon Funyina, we are back again same time tomorrow morning. But I was say heavily produced by Richard Appias upon Fifi Addison. And after to technical on duty, Abdullah, Amos, Kwekwana say, Biggest Andy, Danny, Madam Munyina say, Medida Mansan Sofo Kojo Preko Dankwah. Have a lovely morning. And I will see you tomorrow, God willing. Have a wonderful morning. Bye bye.
Kessben 92.9. The Maakye.
I know say your love in the fade away. We are not getting nothing else to say.
Kessben 92.9.
Love me for really go show for your eyes, go show for your eyes. Anything I know,